Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So 60-year-old Pennsylvania resident Sandra Weyer attended the local election protests in advance of January 6th. So she was already well-versed in these Trump events, these, stop the steal nonsense. And on the drive to D.C., she live-streamed a video of herself and her friends. They were chanting 4 more years. Weyer, by the way, is a friend of Pauline Bauer. That's, my favorite January 6th sovereign citizen. So that should inform your understanding of who Weyer is and what she's all about. Anyway, on January 6th, Weyer was seen and heard on video on the Capitol grounds. She was encouraging the mob, yelling for them to go, to tear it down. She was referring to the metal barricades, of course, used by the police. And after the mob overran the officers, Weyer was then heard on video saying that she was, quote, storming the Capitol and that she, quote, broke down the barriers. Weyer also chanted USA. She ordered others to hold your ground. And then after she ascended the Capitol steps, Weyer said, quote, holy fucking shit. We're at the top of the Capitol steps after breaking through the barricades. This is what patriotism looks like. No. And Weyer admitted to her Facebook live stream audience that the police were using tear gas and flashbang grenades. So she knew they weren't welcome. Weyer also told them that she was, quote, trying to break the fucking doors down. And she was heard chanting, break that door. Well, eventually the Oath Keepers showed up and they were at Weyer's location and they forced the doors open. So Weyer followed them in along with the rest of the mob. And Weyer was then heard on video saying, quote, this is awesome. We did it. Stormed the Capitol. This is what happens when you piss off patriots. So sometime later, after Weyer made her way upstairs, she recorded a video. You guys might remember this from her arrest video. She recorded a video of a female New York Times photographer being assaulted by a group of MAGA men. They pushed this photographer, they knocked her down, and then they stole her camera. Not only did Weyer not intervene, not only did she not try to stop this attack on another woman, she yelled at the photographer. She yelled at her, quote, get the fuck out, fucking traitor, get the fuck out. And then when the photographer tried again, she went after the men to try to get her camera back, they pushed her again. And Weyer screamed, quote, get her out, mace her. So I've been waiting for her sentencing for some time. In Weyer's live stream video, she told her viewers, quote, the woman who was screaming in the Capitol was anti-Trump. Let's just put it that way. That's why they removed her. So I guess in Weyer's mind then, it's okay for men to physically attack a woman and to steal her property if she's anti-Trump. I mean, imagine if the roles were reversed. Imagine if a group of men shoved a Trump supporter, a female Trump supporter, multiple times, knocked her down and stole her property. What would they say? What would they do? Right? Oh, well, she was anti-Biden or she was anti-Obama, so she deserved it. No, they would lose their effing minds. Such double standards. Anyway, after Weyer exited the building, she remained on the Capitol grounds. She continued to live stream. She kept boasting about her crimes. And she said in part, quote, so there was barricades way back there. So they took them down. They bum rushed the Capitol Police, made it the whole way up here to the top of the Capitol, got maced and flash bombs or whatever they are, broke through the doors right there, went into the Capitol, but no reps were there. They all left underground, I'm pretty sure. Weyer added, quote, You know what the mainstream media does to Trump supporters and patriots? They're always going to say that we're the violent ones. I haven't seen anybody here be violent, just a couple small, maybe 1, 2, 3 people. I've been up front the entire time. The entire time I was helping break down the barricades too and get into the door. I would say this is pretty peaceful. This is pretty peaceful. You know, breaking down some barricades and into the Capitol that we own isn't really violent. Yeah. She didn't see those men attacking a female journalist or photographer. Anyway, she went on to encourage others to do the same thing at their local capitals. And she waved away the idea that they would all be charged and arrested. Weyer said, quote, "I'm ready to die on this day for my country if that's what it takes. I'm all right with that." Well then, let's see if she's ready to go to prison. And then the day after the attack, Weyer claimed that she saw, quote, "absolutely no violence or rioting from any patriots." But then in the exact same post, she admitted, quote, "it was the cops and the patriots pushing against each other." Yeah, that's called violence, Sandy. When you push against the police, that's called violence. She also sent a message to someone on January 7th, and she said, quote, "I did what needed to be done. I'm happy." So Weyer was arrested on June 28th of 2021, and she was indicted on charges of obstructing an official proceeding, entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol. Weyer refused a plea deal, and in June of 2023, she was found guilty on all counts. Based on the felony obstruction charge, she was looking at up to 20 years in prison, 3 years of probation, and $250,000 in fines. However, the prosecutor asked for only 30 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and $2,000 in restitution. This is surprising considering details they shared in her sentencing memo. The government says that Weyer has 5 criminal convictions between 1982 and 1983. And although they're very old, 3 were for disorderly conduct, and 1 was for an instance of screaming obscenities at the police. They also say she refused to participate in the pretrial service process for this January 6th case. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any details about what was said at the sentencing hearing, but U.S. District Judge James Boasberg presided over Weyer's case, and when all was said and done, Weyer was sentenced to 14 months in prison, 1 year of probation, and $2,000 in restitution. Not at all what I anticipated, given who the judge is. He is usually very tough. This is an issue I have seen. They're giving much lower sentences to females, and I think that it's BS. And the major problem with this is, with good behavior, she's going to be out of prison by the time the 2024 election rolls around. I guess we'll see if she throws another adult-sized tantrum if Trump loses, or, if he's sent to prison in the interim. But yeah, not good enough. I'm very surprised. Like I said, I have seen a huge disparity between the sentences for male January 6 convicts and females. And the women are getting off far too easy, especially this one. Anyway, I'll let you all know if I hear any more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like this video, share it, become a subscriber, become a donor if you can, or leave a one-time tip or super thanks. Love you all. Take care. I will talk with you soon.